Welcome now to the Hall of Shame, where each week I name and shame the biggest losers. And coming in at number 5 is Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, still masquerading, by the way, as a foreign policy expert. And I've got to show you this video. In fact, if you have a look at this, you can see in her eyes. Have a look at her. Look at this is the start of the clip, right? The panic in her eyes. Oh no, I'm about to be asked another foreign policy question. Let's hope it doesn't go the way of Taiwan on the Munich World Stage. Anyway, let's have a look. Here she is.
What's your message to Americans who think that bombing of Iran was in some way sort of intended to distract Americans from the Epstein files?
Well, listen, I think we're seeing this pattern, right? Trump has impulsively went in on Venezuela. He impulsively went in on Iran. There was no exit and no end game for either of these situations.
Really?
It led to increased global instability.
Has it?
Everywhere he goes, and every time he's done that, it has been consistent with a spike or a revelation in what is happening with the Epstein files.
Oh, come on. Okay, stop, please. Firstly, right, I don't know why she was asked what it's got to do with the Epstein files, right? Okay? We're talking about a dictatorship, a tyrant, the Ayatollah here. It's got nothing to do with the Epstein files. But the doe eyes, the panic in the doe eyes, she's got no idea about foreign policy. I don't know why they've gone to her to ask her about it, because clearly she's got nothing. She's got absolutely nothing. It's the same old Democrat rhetoric, the same old Democrat lines. And AOC, once again, proving herself to be an absolute embarrassment. She should just keep quiet because she keeps doing one gaffe after another. Please, spare yourself from the embarrassment. Now, we've got to talk about number 4 on the Hall of Shame today, and we're going for far-left podcast host Jennifer Welch. And now, she's got a few TDS issues, but now she's gone beyond the realms of TD in her latest speech during the GLAAD Awards. And this one really actually takes the cake. Let's have a listen to this.
And I want to say something with my full chest. Never obey in advance. Donald Trump, free Palestine, and save trans kids.
Right, off she goes. Okay, look, clearly a lot of problems there. Hideous, hate-fueled, vile, I would say, sad, pathetic, a real loser. Just a lot of hate in her heart. My suggestion to her would actually be maybe go and check yourself in and get some anger management classes because it's very clear, Jennifer, that you need it, okay? Number 3, the Lord Mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, little Sadiq, trying desperately to remain relevant as always, but every time his TDS, it cripples him. It's really sad to see. Let's have a look at his latest rant, shall we?
Some of the things President Trump has said and done lead me to believe he's a president who is racist, who is misogynistic, and who is Islamophobic. And I'd go further. I think he's somebody who is anti-Muslim as well. My concern about when President Trump says some of the things he does is he normalizes and brings to the mainstream views that I think are unacceptable. I'm always willing to debate and have a discourse and have discourse with anybody about almost any issue.
No, you're not.
But there is a direct link between language and how sometimes people can become radicalized, you can call it groomed, and so forth. And we've seen in the UK a massive increase in anti-Muslim hatred, a massive increase, by the way, also in...
So let's just stop this.
Okay,
you know what? This is the problem with the left, right? And it's a problem with the left across the world now, and the debate that we're having. We talk a lot about radical Islam, okay? Here in Australia, we had Bondi terror attack. But it's leaders like this who don't want to address the problem. And these are the leaders that actually are the most dangerous. It's not racist. It's not racist to have a conversation about mass migration, believe it or not. It's not racist to call out radical Islam. These are conversations that liberal, good-loving Western democracies need to be having. And Keir Starmer is so stupid and deluded. I mean, I don't know if you remember when President Trump blasted Keir Starmer at the last White House visit. And then, Trump went on to say, you have a terrible mayor of London, Sadiq Khan. He called him an incompetent guy. Then he went on to say, you have Sharia courts over there. You don't want Sharia courts. And he's absolutely right. And again, it's not racist to bring that up, but people like Sadiq think it is. And that is why he is weak and woke, just like Keir Starmer, by the way. Okay, coming in at number 2, it has to go to the Californian Ken doll himself. It has to go to Gavin Newsom. I have him in a lot in the Hall of Shame, but he really is just a useless prop, isn't he? This time he was asked what he wants to define or what he wants to do politically, per se. But what is his key goal? Botox, something's gone on up here because he just can't quite give a straight answer.
What is your defined political project? Like what throughout your career and like right now? Like what is the thing you want to you want to accomplish like politically?
I don't have in your life. I don't have like a brand. I don't have a tag, "Make America Great," or I don't, the Great Society, or something like Medicare for all the billionaires. But but for me, no bullshit. It's just standing up for ideals, striking out against injustice. It defines my why in every way, shape, form. Stand up for ideals, strike out against injustice. I'm a Sarge Shriver Democrat.
Right.
I'm into that whole '60s, the vernacular of the '60s, solving for ignorance and poverty and disease, and the spirit of the '60s, and the spirit of the King.
The spirit of the '60s.
And how the nonviolent movement and Gandhi and Pavel and Mandela, that moral authority, that whole space. That's the
we get the picture. Sorry, I can't. I had to stop that. I can't. The hand movements, Gandhi, the '60s. Is he on something? Has he taken something before that interview? He's got no idea. No clue. No clue. I'm surprised he didn't say, have you noticed his new line? Period, full stop. I'm surprised he didn't rip that one out during this disgustingly bizarre interview. But there's more, okay? Now, this one you're truly going to love. Have a listen to Katie Couric, journalist, asking Gavin Newsom about his looks. Have a listen to this.
Do you have a Zoolander problem?
No, Jesus. Yeah, Zoolander.
Are you just ridiculously good looking as folks?
Hardly.
No, seriously, what do you do about that?
You don't do anything about it, because if you're going to do something about it, then you're people. You know what?
Can't do anything about it. I'm just so hot.
It's fine. You don't have to like me. Or maybe you like a slick person. I don't know. Whatever. It's okay.
He referred to
the reason why I brought it up because you talked about being authentic.
Yeah.
And I think it sometimes works against you.
Yeah. It's just who I am. It's just who I am.
Do you have a Zoolander?
I mean, Earth to Gavin. The vanity of this absolute idiot. This is exactly why he is the Ken doll. I mean, he's like, I love it when you ask me about my looks. And notice how competent he is talking about his looks, but when he's actually asked about genuine policy, he goes on rants about the 1960s and about Gandhi. Notice the difference there. And again, why? Because there's nothing up in between the temples. As I said, Earth to Gavin. The guy is a fraud, an absolute fraud, seriously. Now, number one this week, drum roll please. Meghan Markle. The ginger and the whinger. The non-royals, they've suffered yet another blow. Commiserations are coming because Netflix has officially cut ties with Meghan Markle's lifestyle brand as ever. No way. Who would have thought? And they say, quote, her show did not go on, so it did not make sense to continue the partnership. That's according to an industry source exclusively telling Page Six, of course, referring to With Love Meghan. I mean, I'm crying. This is a tragedy. Whatever will we do, ladies and gentlemen, without Meghan teaching us, I don't know, arts and crafts, how to make a Christmas tree, how to put together a Christmas tree, how to make some homemade wholesome jam. What are we going to do? What will we do? Now, you might recall that Meghan and her spare part husband, Harry, the old ball and chain that just loiters in the background, they negotiated this $100 million Netflix deal after they left the royal family in 2020. And it was one flop after another. They had the tell-all doco. This is Harry and Meghan. Polo. I'm sure you remember that hit. Polo. Another classic Harry and Meghan. And then, of course, With Love Meghan. And it's all over, isn't it? Commiserations. What will the Montecito money grabbers do next? I'll tell you. They're coming to Australia. Why? What have we done to deserve this? You actually can't make this stuff up. More than 7 years after the newlyweds, Prince Harry and Meghan, so this was back then, they were newlyweds at the time, they embarked on this successful Aussie tour. They're coming back Down Under. Now, a spokesperson for the couple confirmed in a statement on Sunday saying that they will visit Australia in mid-April to take part, and I quote, in a number of private, business and philanthropic engagements. Why? And I ask why because remember when Meghan said that she hated their last tour of Australia? It was Australia and the Pacific. I think they went to Fiji as well. They hated it. She hated it. She hated all of the duties. She hated everything about it. And that was the catalyst to leave the royal family. So why on earth are you coming back? Why? And the other question is, why are they announcing this? Okay, they've just gone to the Middle East. I don't know why they went to the Middle East. Terrific timing. You know, where Meghan was around smiling around injured people, pretending she was Mother Teresa, moonlighting as Princess Diana. And now they're coming to Australia. Spare us, please. Another dramatic Ginger and Whinger soap opera awaits.